Have you ever wondered why some players always seem to be exactly where they need to be? Why they score tap-ins that look easy, but nobody else was there to finish? Why they intercept passes that seem safe? That's no accident, that's the art of position. Germans have a perfect word for what Müller does: the Raumdeuter, the space interpreter. While everyone else is chasing the obvious, Müller is reading the invisible currents of the game. And here's the thing, this isn't just some magical talent he was born with. It's a skill you can develop regardless of your position on the pitch. Hear me out to the end, as each point may teach you something you didn't know yet. So remember to like, subscribe and share this video with other ballers. Comment down below on what I should cover next. The brilliance of Thomas Müller isn't found in step-over tutorials or elastica compilations. It's in his understanding of football's most valuable currency, space. Since breaking into Bayern Munich's first team, Müller has defined a position that didn't even exist in tactical manuals: the Raumdeuter. This isn't just elite footballing intelligence, it's a learnable mentality. The Raumdeuter mindset starts with constant scanning. Sports scientists have found that elite players scan their surroundings up to 0.5 times per second in a high pressure situation. That's not watching the ball, that's reading the entire pitch like a chess grandmaster. So try this exercise. Next time you play, commit to scanning the field every 3 to 5 seconds or even quicker, especially when you don't have the ball. Note where your teammates are, where your opponents are facing, or most importantly, where the empty spaces are forming. You'll start sensing opportunities before they even develop. Have you ever noticed about coaching studies, defenders primarily focus on 3 things: the ball, the player they're marking, and the most dangerous immediate space. The key to elite positioning is manipulating these attention patterns. Start by moving into a defender's blind spot, typically the area behind their shoulder where peripheral vision is weakest. Then, when their attention shifts, usually when they check the ball, change your direction and accelerate into newly created space. This isn't just for forwards. Centre-backs who master this skill can lose their marker on corners. Midfielders can find pockets between defensive lines. Even fullbacks can time overlapping runs to appear unmarked in dangerous crossing positions. Former Germany coach revealed that they specifically trained this with Müller. Thomas has an instinct for appearing where the ball will be, but we also work on the timing, moving precisely when the defender's attention is diverted. It's psychology as much as physical movement. Elite positioning isn't random. It follows a clear pattern that top coaches like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have systemized. It's the 3-step positional intelligence method. Step 1. Create the triangle position yourself to form a triangle with 2 teammates who have the ball or are likely to receive it. This basic geometric structure ensures you're always in a position to receive a pass. If you can't see the ball, move to see the ball. If you're not in a position to receive a pass, move to be able to receive a pass. Always thinking like this on the pitch is what separates great players from amateurs. Step 2. Balance proximity. The genius lies in the spacing. Too close to teammates limits options. Too far creates unplayable passes. The perfect distance creates high potential positioning, where you're available for a pass while simultaneously threatening dangerous space. Step 3. Constant repositioning. Once any player moves, all triangles change. Elite players continuously adjust their position every 2 to 3 seconds based on where the ball, teammates and opponents move. FC Barcelona's La Masia Academy specifically trains this through positional play exercises like the famous rondo drills, where players must constantly find space while maintaining optimal distances from teammates. The youth coaches report that players who master these principles progress through age groups 20% faster than those with similar technical skills or weaker positional understanding. While Müller masters space interpretation as an attacking midfielder/forward, these principles apply across every position with specific adaptations. For defenders, centre-backs who dominate don't just react, they proactively position to eliminate threats. Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk is the perfect example. Performance data reveals he makes fewer tackles than most top defenders because his positioning prevents the need for last-ditch interventions. Practice the half-step adjustment, positioning yourself just half a step towards where the ball might go next, rather than directly marking your opponent. This subtle difference is what separates elite defenders from good ones. For midfielders, the middle third is chaos. The best midfielders create order through positioning. Manchester City's Rodri doesn't just position himself for the current situation, but for the next 3 potential phases of play. Use the scanning ladder technique, scanning over your shoulder during critical moments and in between plays. Research shows that midfielders who scan more frequently complete way more forward passes. For forwards, elite forwards like Erling Haaland score so many easy goals because they master what coaches call separation techniques, brief moments of movement that create just enough space from defenders. Practice creating micro separations using body feints just before changing direction. These subtle movements create the half yard of space that's often all you need at crucial moments. To rapidly develop your positional intelligence, implement this 3-part training system used by several Bundesliga academies. Phase 1. Cognitive mapping. Do this 5 minutes daily. Watch game footage with a focus only on off-ball movement. Chart the movement patterns of a single player for 5-minute segments, noting when and why they change positions. Phase 2. Constraint training. This is 1 to 2 sessions weekly in small-sided games. Add the constraint that players can only receive the ball if they've changed position in the last 3 seconds. This forces constant intelligent movement. Phase 3. Reflection loops. After each game, review 3 to 5 specific moments from your games where positioning affected the outcome. Ask, where could I have been to create a better option? When did I read the play correctly? German youth coaches rate positional intelligence very highly, as it is as important as technical skill for professional development. Here's something most young players don't realize. Scouts aren't primarily looking for skill moves or even goals, although this can be something good to have. According to research from the Premier League's development system, clubs prioritize game intelligence in 82% of scouting reports. Developing a player's first touch and improving their weaker foot are achievable through dedicated training. However, innate game intelligence, such as an inherent understanding of positioning and timing, is invaluable. When scouts observe a player who consistently finds space on the field, it immediately captures their attention. Your technical ability might get you into a trial, but your positional intelligence is what keeps you there. Top academies are increasingly using positioning metrics like space utilization efficiency to evaluate young talent. Timing is everything. Being in the right place 1 second too late is the same as not being there at all. Practice reading the cues that tells you when to move. A midfielder looking up, a winger shifting the weight before crossing, a defender turning the hips. The final secret to elite positioning is developing the right mental models. Thomas Müller doesn't just randomly move. He has developed specific thought patterns that guide his positioning. In his autobiography, Müller describes thinking in terms of space ownership, mentally claiming areas of the pitch before physically moving there. He says, I decide a space is mine before anyone else even notices it exists. Develop your own positioning language. Instead of thinking I should make a run, think that half space is opening, or the defender's orientation creates a blind spot. This might seem like overthinking, but with practice, these mental models become instant, instinctive reactions. It's no different than how chess grandmasters see patterns on the board that amateurs miss. With consistent practice focusing specifically on your positioning, you'll start to develop a sixth sense for space, just like Müller. Your first touch and technical skills can only take you so far, but elite positioning can take you to the very top, regardless of your natural physical attributes. Remember that positioning isn't static, it's dynamic, constantly adjusting to the flow of the game. But with these principles, you will develop the spatial awareness that makes coaches and scouts take notice, and opponents wonder how you always seem to be exactly in the right place at exactly in the right time. Make sure to check out the newsletter for weekly exclusive content, subscribe and like this video, and most importantly, enjoy the beautiful game.